Deeply through your nose. And hold it for a few seconds. Release out your mouth, exhale. Let us just take a moment to repeat this process as we focus our attention to our breathing. We let it flow naturally. No strain, no forcefulness. Just feel the rise and fall as your belly expands with each inhalation and contracts with each exhalation. Allow your breathing to guide you, to calm you, flowing naturally, with ease. And feel it grow deeper and deeper with every inhalation and every exhalation. You may relax your hands or palms on your knees, your lap, or let them hang down to your side, whichever is most comfortable for you. Allow your shoulders to just drop, relax. Feeling all tension, strain of the body dissipating, diminishing. And see it being pulled away from your body with every exhalation. Some may feel a lightness of the body occurring, or a tingling sensation. Experiencing this relaxing state. Steadily moving. Deepening. Breathing in only what is good. Taking in the oxygen. Breathing out. Should any distracting thoughts, noise, sounds disrupt the calmness of your mind, Do not resist them. Do not struggle nor strain. Just allow them to pass with ease and return your focus to your breath and your breathing. Feeling the relaxation in your head, down to your face, your jaw, your neck, your shoulders, back, arms. Feel it pulling away from you. Feel the lightness. The calm. Your hands, your legs, your feet. Relaxed. And in the stillness, we know, we experience the knowingness of our wholeness and our oneness. With this omnipresent, omnipotent, omniscient source, this intelligence, this spirit that is our supply and our sufficiency. Feel this energy all around and within. Is that glowing, bright light within. See that light right there. Right there above the belly, at the center of your being. Breathing in, inhaling, see that light growing, expanding, stoking upward and downward to your heart, to your head, down to your feet. It flares up and fills your entire being. And then it pours and spills outward, touching everything around you. It ripples onward and outward, beyond the walls of this sanctuary, out into the community, across the globe, across the vast expanses of this infinite universe. Feeling this energy vibration, this vibration that resounds and reverberates through the ether, this power all around, centered right here in you. Right at your very core. This light, see it, know it. It is always burning. Always working. Unceasing. Into the infinite. Limitless and abundant. Now, as we bring our attention back to this space, this place, this sanctuary, I invite you to wiggle your toes, your fingers, crane your neck, stretch. I invite you to open your eyes when you're ready. And this concludes our meditation. Thank you.
Thank you, Joe. Morning, everybody. Take a look at the person next to you. Say, God loves you and I love you too. Lift your voices in the sanctuary. Lift your voice, repeat after me. We come together.
We come together.
We come together. We
We
come together.
come together
In the name of love. We come together.
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 We come together
In the name of love. Take a look at the person next to you. Say, I recognize a God in you. Feel the love in the sanctuary. Lift your voice, repeat after me. We come together.
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 We come together in the name of love.
We come together.
Come together.
We come together.
We come together.
We come together.
We come together in the name of love.
From every walk of life, every creed and color,
Creed and color.
we unite in honor of the love in each other. Take a look at the person next to you. Say, Namaste, I bow to you.
Namaste, I bow to you.
Feel the love in the sanctuary. Lift your voice, repeat after me. We come together.
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 We come together
In the name of love. We come together.
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 We come together in the name of love.
I say, everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, hey. Oh, hey, hey, hey. I said, everybody, get up on your feet. That's everybody. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded who we come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, hey. Let us make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Make a joyful sound. Hey, 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 hey. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light. Everybody you meet. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light. Everybody you meet. Let us be reminded who we come to be. We are
One big family. Hey,
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 hey, hey, hey.
time, just where I'm supposed to be. And my soul is welcome here. My soul is welcome here. Getting a message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. Yes, I'm in the right place at the right time, just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time, just where I'm supposed to be. And my soul is welcome here. Yeah, my soul is welcome here. I am getting a message loud and clear. My soul, welcome here. My soul is welcome here. Yeah, my soul is welcome here. My soul is welcome here. My soul is welcome. Oh yeah, my soul is welcome here. Yeah, my soul is welcome here. I know my soul is welcome here. My soul is welcome, and my soul is welcome here. Yeah, my soul is welcome here. I am getting a message loud and clear. Getting a message loud and clear. Getting a message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here.
All right. My soul is welcome here. Thank you, Dream Band, for such a great uplifting songs for this morning. All right, so good morning, everyone. Good morning. All right, and welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living Redlands. Thank you to everyone joining us on Facebook Live and YouTube and here in our beautiful sanctuary. My name is Sonja Prince, and it's truly a privilege and an honor to welcome you to our Sunday celebration service. CSL Redlands is a New Thought community living an ancient wisdom philosophy based on the science of mind. The science of mind philosophy was developed in the early 20th century by writer and lecturer, Reverend Dr. Ernest Holmes. Dr. Ernest Holmes studied truth from all the world's religious traditions and spiritual paths and developed a fresh new way for us to look at ourselves and how we fit into our world. CSL Redlands is an open and inclusive community honoring all people from every background, all races, sexual orientations, gender expressions, and spiritual paths. No matter who you are or where you are on your journey of faith, you're always welcome here. Our purpose is to awaken humanity to its spiritual magnificence, and our vision is a world that works for everyone. If you're here with us for the first time, please raise your hand and let us properly greet you. All right. Welcome, welcome. We know you have a choice for your spiritual community, and again, we are delighted to have you visit with us today. And just a gentle reminder to silence your cell phones and place them safely away so you may participate more fully in our service. And now for some announcements. You are invited to join Joe Nelson in the practitioner's room Sunday morning at 9:15. This is our pray-in time. We pray for our center, congregation, friends, and spiritual director. All are welcome to join us. Reminder, special members meeting Saturday, November 13th, 2022. This meeting can be attended in person and you can join via Zoom. Please see the insert in your program. Also, CSL Redlands presents the Clapping Monkeys on Saturday, November 19th from 3 o'clock to 5 o'clock p.m. We'll have to ask them when we see them, how did they come up with that name, the Clapping Monkeys? Because that's pretty interesting. But please come out and join them and join us and enjoy an afternoon of curtain chants and mantras music for mind, body, and spirit. Tickets are $27. We need 10 signups as soon as possible. And there's also some other announcements on the back of your program, so you can refer to those as well. All right, so we're Eileen. Yes. Hi.
To interrupt here, but I do want to make note that there is the congregational meeting is Sunday. And we have several times that Saturday, and it is not Saturday.
Okay.
Saturday is on Sunday, November 13th. Everybody.
Okay, it says Saturday here. But
Nobody
it's,
online heard it.
okay, so let me read that over again. Our special reminder that our special members meeting is on Sunday, November 13th. All right, so Sunday, November 13th. Please join us at noon. Yeah, at noon. All right. Okay, now to our centering music by Gilman Carver. Thank you, Gilman.
Our bass player, Kristen, couldn't be here today. She has a matinee out in Riverside, so I'm going to get Al and Mac here to help me with this centering song. There's a world where I can go and tell my secrets to in my room, in my room. Could I get Mac's microphone on, please? In this world I lock out all my worries and my fears in my room, in my room, in my room. Do my dreaming and my scheming lie awake and pray. Do my crying and my sighing laugh at yesterday. Now it's dark and I'm alone, but I won't be afraid in my room, 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 in my room. Beach floors there.
Thank you, Gilman. Let's take a moment for Brian Wilson. That's what I love about this place. Beach Boys is centering music. Find it and tie it into everything we do here. It's so awesome.
Is your mic on?
Is my mic on? Yeah,
Podium?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, very good. Let me invite you to please join me here for a moment. As we close our outer eyes, knowing that in this place, in this space, I know there is only one source of power and a presence. It is a creative power of beauty, of good, of love. Its nature is benevolent. I call it God. You may call it whatever it calls upon you to call it, but I know that I am an individual incarnation of this divine source that is my supply and sufficiency, and I know for each and every one of you as incarnated individuals and outward expressions of this divine source that is always here, always around. It is all knowing. It is all present. It is all powerful. And I know that for me, for you, in this place, we share in this knowingness, in this truth that sets us free, that makes us whole, that is our wholeness, it is our oneness. It guides, it comforts, it protects. It is with us through all our joys and all our sorrows. It is a healing presence, and it is a powerful, powerful truth. How blessed I am, how blessed we all are, how blessed I am for this place. I am so grateful for all of these children of God, for our board of directors that keeps us moving forward and growing, for David in our sound booth, keeps us technically proficient, for Sonja, our spiritual director, is in this moment. We open ourselves to receiving her message here today. How grateful I am for this beautiful music, this gift of music that Gilman Carver and Al Yankee bring to us in the Dream Band. Us and centers us. I am blessed. You are blessed. And so it is. Let me put on another set of outer eyes here. Okay, we have a wisdom reading. Let me find it here for you. Just 1 second. Okay, today's reading from the Science of Mind. Ernest Holmes said, "No one walks life's road alone. There is ever another who walks with him or her, the inner self, the undying reality. Let us learn to be still and let the truth speak through us. To be still and know that the inner light shines." David Ryko, on Wholeness and Holiness, said, "A hero or heroine is someone who has lived through pain, been transformed by it, shared its gifts with others, and recognized the journey as attended by grace. In other words, our journey is to full-fledged spirituality. The heroic journey has 3 phases: leaving, struggling, finding, and sharing." Thank you.
When all the world is a hopeless jumble and the raindrops tumble all around, Looking up the skyway, there's a rainbow highway to be found, leading from my window pane to a place beyond the sun, just a step beyond the rain. Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, there's a land that I heard of once in a lullaby. Somewhere over the rainbow, skies are blue, and the dreams that you dare to dream really do come true. Someday I'll wish upon a star, wake up where the clouds are far behind me, where troubles melt like lemon drops away above the chimney tops. That's where you find me, somewhere over the rainbow. Bluebirds fly, birds fly over the rainbow. Why, then oh why can't I? Bridge. Someday I'll wish upon a star, wake up where the clouds are far behind me, where troubles melt like lemon drops way above the chimney tops. That's where you find me, somewhere over the rainbow. Bluebirds fly, birds fly over the rainbow. Why, then oh why can't I? If happy little bluebirds fly beyond the rainbow, why, oh why can't I?
All right. All right. Thank you, Dream Band. Thank you, Gilman. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So I guess from the song and the theme, we know what we're talking about today, right? Is anybody here with me? Yes. All right. All right. So, good morning, everyone. Good morning again. So, it's November. Can you believe that? Almost Thanksgiving, almost Christmas, and then the beginning of the year, 2023. So today we're talking about everyday wonder, and the theme for this month is home. So I have a joke for you. It says the best way to keep teenagers at home is to make your home a place of love and comfort. Do that. And then letting the air out of their tires. So I wonder if my mom ever thought about letting the air out of my tires, because in Florida, when you're 15, you can go down and get your learner's permit, and I had a car. So as soon as I got that permit, I was everywhere. Daryl will tell you. I was stalking him, though, because I would drive by his house, see if he was home. And then as I got a little older, I I could fit like 9 people in my car, and we'd be rolling. We'd be rolling. My friend Kim will tell you, because she was always like, can you take me here? Can you take me there? We'd be rolling. But anyway, I digress. I just wanted to say that. So today's talk title is There's No Place Like Home. And so we know the story of the Wizard of Oz. And so I did my best today to dress like Dorothy. But at the risk of getting glitter everywhere, I decided to put the shoes on the table. Because I was up last night putting glitter on on Mod. I love Mod Podge. Mod Podge and glitter is my thing. My granddaughters will tell you, we glitter and Mod Podge just about anything. And then I send them home with it, and it really irritates my son because glitter everywhere. And you can't get that stuff out. So I decided to just take pity on the sinner this morning and just put my newfound red ruby slippers on the table. So I decided to dress the table up because here's Dorothy's dress, and then it's also Hogwarts, because we're talking about today the hero's journey, which is our journey in life. And so Dorothy went on this adventure and this journey, and we all know the story. I think The Wizard of Oz is one of the most watched movies ever. And no matter how many times you see it, you watch it again. Am I right? Does anybody watch it again? You just watch it again. So, you know, the beloved story of Dorothy, she was growing up in Kansas, this drab little town. She was being tormented by Mrs. Gulch, who was on the little bicycle and was always trying to catch Toto and put him in the pound or just get rid of that poor little doggy, Toto. And Dorothy was always fighting her, trying to save her dog and just get away from this woman. But Dorothy had love at home. She was loved by Aunt Em, and she was loved by all the people on the farm. So she had love in her heart and in her experience. So this hero's journey is a metaphor for the human journey of psychological and spiritual growth and transformation. And Joseph Campbell calls it a monomyth, which means the hero's journey, it examines the stages of the hero who goes on an adventure, faces crisis, wins, and returns victorious. And that's exactly what happened to Dorothy. She went on this grand adventure. She had to slay, first of all, she dropped the house on someone's sister, and which made the other sister angry, was threatening her. And then she has Galinda, the good witch, inspiring and comforting her. And then she goes on this adventure and she returns home victorious. So we know that. We know that in our own lives that we may go on these adventures. Life is an adventure, but we may have some crisis. Then we may win, and then we return victorious. So the hero's journey begins and it ends in a place we call home. So the home of a child as a hero is a place of shelter and safety, simultaneously representing repression. Because we repress the child, we don't let them do just anything they want to do. We have to repress that urge in them, or they may stick something in a socket, or they may jump off of something. So it is a place of shelter, but it also can be a place of repression. And so the metaphoric walls that protect the child also keep the hero in the making in a sheltered state. That is, unless you have my granddaughter. She refuses to be in that sheltered state. She is the most amazing child I've ever met. So eventually, the desire to break free from customs and rules and limiting beliefs prompts the child to set out to explore the unknown, where there is learning, growth, and evolution. Dorothy left Kansas. Siddhartha left his home, where he had riches. He was surrounded by riches. In the story of Harry Potter, Hogwarts, he left home and he went to this beautiful school where he learned all these amazing things. But let's face it, sometimes home is not safety. It's not shelter. Sometimes we might face some fear, some repression, some anger might be in our homes. You know, some things that we might grow up with doesn't look like the things that we see on television, how wonderful it is to be at home. Sometimes our life may not reflect that. There might be some fear and anxiety in the home that prompts us to move and do something different. I think Michael Beckwith coined the phrase, was pushed by pain and pulled by this adventure to discover and to be more than we find ourselves. Is go on these heroes' journey to become and transform our lives. So Joseph Campbell there are 12 steps to the journey that happens in 3 phases. Departure, where we leave. Initiation, where we go through something. And then return, where we return home. But when we return home, we're never the same as when we left. We have grown, we have transformed. That child has become an adult, the child in us. So, in my house, when I was growing up, my mom was there, and then I had a stepfather. Now, my biological father did not live with us, so I felt some abandonment issues there from my home. But I had a stepfather, and what came out of that relationship is I have a beautiful younger brother named Christopher. He's very loving, he's very caring. So although this stepfather was not my biological father, what came out of that relationship was beautiful. So I don't know what your home life was like, but I can only speak from my home life. And my home life was, my mom was very loving and caring, and she instilled in us that we could do and have anything that we wanted to do and have. And so I grew up in this sheltered, this beautiful, nurturing environment, and I was also nurtured by the people that surrounded us. You know, they say it takes a village. So I think I've talked about this before, where my mom was at the hospital learning how to be an x-ray technician, so she was going to school and also working there. And so while we were doing that, we were always at the hospital. So I was surrounded by all these loving people, and the x-ray technicians, the radiologists, and all the people that the file room clerk, everybody that I came in contact with was very loving. And we would have these grand parties in the summertime where we would go and we would swim and play ball and just be nurtured. And so that's my upbringing. And so I have this outlook on life that is bright, because that's where I come from. We all come from whatever it is that happened to us in our life, or whatever our experience is how we outpicture in the world. Do you agree? So there might be some things that we have to heal. So we go on this hero's journey to heal. Because one of the things we learned in ministerial school is, if I had a bad experience in my life and I don't heal it, then I might unload it from right here, right where I'm standing, all over you. We don't want to explode all over people, our past, all the things that happened to us. We want to heal it first. We want to heal those things. And it is a journey to heal those things. We learn first in practitioner school, peeling the onion, finding out what's at the core of our being. Because you can't do this work unless you do this work, this inward work, this hero's journey. We have to discover and explore and heal within, and then outpicture it out here. I can't help anyone if I'm broken. I have to be healed, and I have to heal myself. So I'm not saying that it's something that we just, bam, I'm healed. It is a constant. It is that journey that we are all on to heal. And that way, I can love someone else because I love myself first. So Gene Houston calls it the Wizard of Us. Instead of the Wizard of Oz, he says it's the Wizard of Us. He says we are orchestrating and challenging situations that will probe us to rise to our highest potential so that we can become who and what we really are. And that's the journey, to find out and to become who and what we really are. Like Dorothy and the other characters, they're archetypes of the mind, the heart, and of courage. So these qualities live in each of us and are being called to expand. We're called to expand our minds. We say, change your thinking, change your life. We are called to expand our hearts. So if I can love myself, then I can show love to you and the world. I can see out of these eyes the face of God in each and every person that I look upon. So there is no judgment. And then courage, to have the courage to go through this journey, because sometimes we might be going through it by ourselves, alone. But then other times, we have a community. Like I said in the beginning, it takes a village. Sometimes you find mentors on the way. Sometimes you get in book groups and study groups that mentor you and cause you to not have to go on these journeys alone. And I think that's what's happening right now in the world. I think that people are finding their place, finding their tribe, so to speak. And I just want to give a shout out from here for yesterday. It was we had a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful fair. We had people constantly coming in. And it was beautiful because people were saying out of their own mouth, I have found what I've been looking for. People were saying that, what do you do here? We were giving them information. Eileen had a stack of flyers, and she was giving it to them. People were asking, what do you guys do here? I'd like to come back. And so we had a lot of promises from people that they would come back and explore, come to Sunday services to explore who we are. Because they said when they walked through the door, they felt at home. So I just want to give a shout out to everybody who came yesterday, everybody who participated, everybody who helped set up and break down and all of that. And Iris was working her little tushy off, I can tell you that right now. So it was a great time. So I just wanted to throw that in there. Because sometimes community and family is different from maybe who you grew up with. I know a lot of people who say, yeah, I don't quite talk to my family that I grew up with. But we find family in other places. And that's where I was going with this. I think because of this whole pandemic and things that have gone on, people are finding their tribes elsewhere. And that's okay as well. So for our center, what we want to do is be who we are, be our authentic selves, and open up our doors wide to attract people of like mind coming in. And that's what I saw yesterday. So that's where I was going with that. So Ernest Holmes says in Practical Wisdom, nothing can be nearer to you than that which is the very essence of your being. Your outward search culminates into the greatest of all possible discoveries, finding God at the center of your own being. So this hero's journey and this thing that we go on, we're finding God that has never been missing, by the way. We just need to look within. So actually, I don't really like that term, finding God, because God was never missing from us. We just need to open up to the realization that it is within us. It's in every one of us. There is no division. No division. Never has been, never will be. We just need to open up to the knowledge of it. So in this Wizard of Us, instead of the Wizard of Oz, we are on this journey to discover us, to discover just who we are. But we must be willing to let go of the life that we planned so that we can have the life that is waiting for us. We have to let go of this idea of what it should look like, what it should be like. And when we let go of that, then we can open ourselves up to this beautiful, unlimited, no respecter of persons. You can't outgive God. You have no idea what can be birthed within you. And it's probably, and a lot of times, it's something that no one has ever seen before. But we have to open ourselves up to it, be willing to have the courage to go on this hero's journey of discovery of self. The hero has new insights and understanding that transformed him or her from innocent child to mature, self-actualized adult who uses his or her gifts to serve a greater cause. To serve a greater cause. So it's time to uncover your inner hero to become the essential human you were always meant to be. Click your heels together. There's no place like home. And we're talking about home within. That home within where we know who and whose we are, where we discover the God within, when we allow that to be the outpicturing of our life. Isn't that beautiful? So when we say, when in Dorothy in The Wizard of Oz, it was like, follow the yellow brick road. The yellow brick road represents strategies. How will we get there? How will we get there? Because in this teaching, we talk about practical tools. I can stand up here all day and have flowery words to say to you. But if I don't give you the tools that you need, what have I done? I've just been a talking head. So in this philosophy, we have practical tools and applications for this. So the yellow brick road represents strategies. How will we get there? We can enter into a relationship with that quantum power that we call God, that's never separated from us, that is always in us. It is invisible, but it's always in us. That will sharpen our senses. The path you identify as best is within. If I only had a brain, relax your brain. Don't worry about the road not taken. You are right where you are, right here and right now. Don't worry about, oh, I should have turned left, but I turned right. Don't think about the road not taken. Don't think about that. If I only had a heart, get to the heart of the matter. Practice forgiveness and watch your heart expand. So I talked about a little bit earlier my father and how I didn't grow up in the same home with my dad, and there was a lot of unforgiveness that was going on in me. And my dad was doing the best he could. You know, it said, when you know better, you do better. He was doing the best he could. And so I would spend a lot of time with him and his family, but I was also kind of resentful that he wasn't in the house with me. But I can remember as my dad was making his transition, I had this experience of going outside of myself. And I feel like that experience was meeting his soul and my soul together and healing that relationship and forgiving. I had to forgive him for what I thought he should have done and been for me. So part of our hero's journey is a journey of forgiveness. Who and what do you need to forgive in your life? Who and what do you need to forgive in your life? And we have to have courage to do that. So courage, the courage to be, the courage to face whatever that thing is that you need to face. And there might be flying monkeys on your path. Wouldn't that be something? Some flying monkeys came out. So the yellow brick road, identify the best and smartest path and the action step. Remember and finding the joy. There will be obstacles in your way. We saw that in the movie. There was obstacle in her way. But she had the courage to push forward with her group, the Scarecrow, the Tin Man, the Lion, her dog, Toto, that was ever faithful right by her side. And guess what is ever faithful right by your side is within you. It's that God presence that is within you. It's always there, has always been there, never separated, cannot be separated. So this is how we go through this hero's journey. This is how. So our call to action is consider your life in the content of this hero's journey. And in what phase do you see yourself on this journey? What do you need to heal or forgive? And so I just invite you to this next week, explore that. Explore that. Explore how you're showing up in the world. Because like I said, whatever the experience was, is how we show up in the world, unless we are willing to have courage to heal it and go return home victorious. There's no place like home. Namaste.
When I think of home, I think of a place where there's love overflowing. I wish I was home, I wish I was back there with the things I've been knowing. Wind that makes a tall grass bend into leaning. Suddenly the raindrops that fall, they have meaning, sprinkling the scene, makes it all so clean. Maybe there's a chance for me to go back now that I have some direction. It would sure be nice to be back home where there's love and affection. And just maybe I can convince time to slow up, giving me enough time in my life to grow up. Time be my friend. Let me start again. Suddenly my world has gone and changed. His faith but I know where I'm going. I have had my mind spin around in space, but yet I've watched it growing. And oh, if you're listening, God, please don't make it hard to know if we should believe the things that we see. Tell us, should we try and stay, or should we run away? Or would it be better just to let things be? Living here in this brand new world might be a fantasy, but it taught me to love. So it's real, it's so real to me, and I've learned that we must look inside our hearts to find a world full of love, like yours, like mine, like home, like home. There's no place like home. Thank you.
So are you doing the offering here?
Oh, I guess I should, huh?
Another hand for Sonja here. Great song from The Wiz.
I guess I should do the offering, eh? By the way, yesterday I said we had a fair here, and we raised over $1,000, right, Eileen? We raised over $1,000. So now it's time for our conscious giving. And so there might be an envelope on your table. But I invite you to consider that the same portal from which you give is indeed the same portal from which we received. So let's expand and become bigger and bolder givers, as well as bigger and bolder receivers. So join me in placing your tithe and offering over your heart as we affirm it together, and it should be on the screen. From the love of pure spirit within me, I bless this gift. I send it forth to heal and to bless and to prosper.
Send it forth to heal and bless and prosper.
It is evidence of my faith and my belief.
Evidence of my faith.
It does great work in the world and returns to be multiplied abundantly.
Does great work in the world. Returns to me multiplied abundantly.
And so it is.
So it is.
Thank you for breathing. Thank you for believing. And thank you for being who you are. Thank you for giving. Thank you for receiving. And thank you for being who you are. The universe is flowing with love that's ever growing, and you are a vessel of that love. So thank you for caring, and bless you for your sharing, and thank you for being who you are. Thank you
invite you to stretch your hands out. I bless these tithes and gifts and offering, knowing that they are sufficient to cover the needs of CSL Redlands, which is a successful idea in the mind of God. How good it is to speak this word and know the truth now. Together we affirm it and declare it by saying, and so it is. And all those who are online, thank you as well. And now I'd like to invite Brother Mark up to with our closing prayer, and
You can sing the closing.
and we have some of our members of our congregation that is are sick and shut in. Let's trade places, yes. And so I offer Brother Mark to join in this prayer time, that we can extend healing and blessing to all of you, and to the people that are not here today because of illnesses and whatever that might be. So I'll start it. So we just take a moment to take a breath and know that what a beautiful day this is a day that God has made, and we will rejoice and be glad in it. And just giving thanks and knowing that power and that presence of God that lives, moves, and has its being in and through us has always been there. There's no separation. And we know that and feel that. And we just, from this moment forward, we live from that place. And so I thank you and bless each and every one of you for being here. For those of you online, those who are here in our sanctuary today, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So, Brother Mark.
So everybody to just take a deep breath in to that place that's home, the divine home that vibrates and reverberates through the holy sanctuary.
Yes.
Breathe it in. And we exhale it out with ease and with grace. And as we return to our normal breathing, we're reminded that this place that's home is another word for the divine.
Yes, yes it is.
And so we breathe into that knowing that you are always, what I know is that you are always maintained, sustained, supported, infinitely supplied by this power, this presence, this love, and this grace that was so beautifully demonstrated here today by Sonja, by each musician, by Joe and the meditation and each word uttered. That is our spiritual home, the place that is the I am that I am. And so it is from this place of unity and unification that is the platform from which I speak my word today. For each person who's called the prayer ministries, there are several and many, I will try to remember all in my mind and know that if I should forget in the human, that in the divine and spirit, they are known, they are maintained, they are supported, they are sustained for perfect and divine health and wholeness and harmony and healing and grace and abundance. Homes for those that are not homed and housed at this time, we call it forth. Anything and everything that's needed for transformation in family units as we come into the time of holidays, let it be healed and revealed. Let it be for the highest and best good for each individually and for all collectively. And so I speak a special word of blessing now for Caitlin's mom, Joan. Let's see her in our mind's eye as she's in a recovery process, for there to be health and wholeness, harmony, healing, for each person who treats her to be a blessed and a blessing. The same goes for Hilda Corbino Torres, where she is, God is. And as she navigates time from hospital to post-hospital and recovery, let it be with ease, with grace. We bless Corliss. We bless her her family and the sudden transition and the loss that had taken place there in one of the family members. And we know that where she is, God is, and there's that place of home within her. It's within her very breath. We bless each of our practitioners. We bless each of our congregants, each of our members, each of our board of directors. Just say, right where I am, God is.
Right where I am.
Do you
God
believe it
is.
and feel it?
Yes.
That's
yes,
the home
we do.
that is the home that is the home. So for any word that should have been uttered or spoken, I know that it is
done.
It is done. And same as we continue the meditations twice daily for peace in Ukraine, we must continue in this to hold the higher vibration so that our lower frequencies assimilate into that vibration of peace. It's the same for wholeness, abundance, wealth, joy, prosperity, divine right relationships, divine family dynamics.
Yes.
And I pass to you to say, there's something I see, I know, I feel.
So there also for our beloved Valerie, who woke up yesterday not feeling well, and for Amy, who's over here, we just want to hold them up as well. In this healing energy, this loving energy that we are. It takes a village. We are that village. We are that community. We are that family.
Yes.
And so
it's not selfish to start with yourself.
it's not selfish.
Click your heels.
We have
Click
to
them
start
right
with
now.
ourselves.
Click your heels.
Click your heels. Come up and you can put these on and click your heels together. There's no place like home. There's no place like home. Wherever you find it, wherever you find it, whoever you find it with, there's no place like home where you're loved, you're supported. People see you. I see you, each and every one of you. I see you. And there's love overflowing from my heart to yours. There's no place like CSL Redlands. There's no place like. When I think of home, I think of a place where there's love overflowing. I wish I was home, I wish I was back there for the things I've been knowing. When that makes a tall grass bend into leaning, suddenly the raindrops that fall, they have meaning, sprinkling the scene. And I won't sing the whole song. I just wanted you to hear it again because it's so powerful. When we return back, everything has meaning. Be home. And so it is. Thank you.
And so it is.
I used to think I'd always be alone, separate, misunderstood. I spent my days in quiet desperation, but on the outside, things looked good. Then I discovered the error of my thinking, the lie at the base of all my fears. So simple that it turned my world around. Oh, why did it take so many years? Now I am walking with my eyes wide open. I am knowing with my mind wide open. I am loving with my heart wide open. I am walking with my eyes wide open. Now I am walking with my eyes wide open. I am knowing with my mind wide open. I am loving with my heart wide open. I am walking with my eyes wide open, wide open. There is no separation, no matter what it looks like. There is no separation, no matter what they say. No separation except accept what I imagine, and I imagine separation's gone away. Join with me. I'm walking with my eyes wide open. I am knowing with my eyes wide open. I am loving with my heart wide open. Walking with my eyes wide open. Walking with my eyes wide open. And knowing with my mind wide open.
Lyrics.
Loving with my heart wide open. Walking with my eyes wide open. One more time. I am walking with my eyes wide open. Knowing with my mind wide open. Loving with my heart wide open. Walking with my eyes wide open. Wide open. Wide open. Wide open.
Al Yankee on the keyboards. Back on the drums. Yours truly.